Hello, everyone. I am very excited to be here today, just a few hours before the premiere of the biggest operetta festival in the whole world, Mörbisch Festival. Even more excited to be here with the artistic director of this year's achievement, Professor Edelmann, who managed to steal a bit of his busy schedule on a day like this and be here with us to share his joy and satisfaction for this year's performance of the musical West Side Story. Hello, Maestro Edelmann, thank you very much for being here with us today.
Thank you. It's a big pleasure to be here, actually, and to present you my work a little bit, yes.
It's fantastic, and I'm sure that the audience will love it in the hours to come. But tell me first, why West Side Story?
Well, because I think West Side Story is one of the main pieces of the, let's say, Musiktheater, of opera, theater, musically operated together. I think it's a genius work by Leonard Bernstein, and to put performances on this stage. Not every piece is possible to put on this stage, so you have to think, why West Side Story? Because the main scenes play on the street of Manhattan, on the west side of Manhattan, so open air, and this is why this piece fits perfectly, in my opinion, on this huge stage. As you can see, we have the sets, we have the streets, we have the walls, the buildings, the Statue of Liberty even, and this is important when you think of pieces you can play here on this huge stage. Not every piece is possible, but many dance scenes, many scenes with a lot of people on stage, yeah, and this is important. This was my first thought, and it's a genius piece. The music is fantastic, the orchestration is fantastic, and the piece, since William Shakespeare, is fantastic. Romeo and Julia, and here Tony and Maria, and the people know the music, know America, know Somewhere, know Tonight, and the whole pieces. And this is why my first thought was to bring West Side Story for the first time on this stage.
It's been really a challenging year, and it is by itself here a challenge to put on this wonderful lake and to build a copy of Manhattan here in Burgenland. What was actually the most challenging moment in this last year, trying to bring to life this what I call achievement, actually?
Well, for us artists and people on stage, performers, dancers, the challenge was not to be able to perform last year. This was the biggest challenge, to sit at home, not to be able to make the profession you learned the whole life for, and to be on stage, and to postpone this production of West Side Story to this year. It was very hard, and 2 months ago we didn't know how we can deal with the COVID, with the pandemic, because we didn't know how many people can we sit here. We have a audience here for 6,000 people, 6,000 seats, and 2 months ago we had the possibility to sell 1,500 tickets. Yeah, and then slowly the situation got better, thanks to God, and now we can fill the whole seats, 6,068 seats exactly, and this makes us, of course, happy, because it's a matter of money too. You have the show. When you sell only 1,500 tickets is a big problem. Now we can still sell full house. And since June, we sold about 50,000 tickets. Incredible. I couldn't believe it that the people were just grabbing out the tickets out of our hands like crazy. And this makes us very happy, because I think the title West Side Story is the thing. Everybody knows West Side Story. Everybody wants to see it. And we have 16 performances, and we sold about 90% of our tickets already. So hopefully we will be sold out when the weather god is with us. People will come in the evening too to buy tickets, and will fill the seats, leftovers, and great joy.
I'm already feeling that the weather god is with you, because I was following you on Facebook, and I'm following all this during this last month from March, your efforts to really to give life and have here this successful, which I see, and I can say it's a breathtaking moment to be here and be able to enjoy this scenery. And it's because of you and your efforts that this performance is actually being realized.
Yeah, and we have the possibility to only rehearse on stage, which is luxury, because you are always on the stage. You have the right measurements, you have the right distances for dancers and. But as everybody knows, the June weather was incredibly hot, so the dancers and the cast was really sweating a lot, and they were really exhausted in the evening because it was very hot, and in the afternoon we couldn't even rehearse because it was too hot. There are many dance scenes, very physical, very full of life, and jumping around and dancing all the time. And we had to stop, and in some days we said we don't rehearse because they couldn't work anymore. It was really hard work to the bones, as we say, Knochenarbeit. Yeah.
Hard work for everybody. Yeah. Let's talk about the singers, the protagonists, Tony and Maria. Mm-hmm. How much difficult was to find the perfect cast for these performances? It was hard. We did auditions already in 2019 in December in Vienna. We started with the first auditions. There were about 400 candidates came to Vienna to dance for us, to sing for us. Before that, we made already auditions only for Tony and Maria, because these two roles, they don't dance so much. They have really to sing. They must be more or less opera singers, and this is the intention of Bernstein. I think he had in mind that these two roles should be done by really opera singers, classical singers, and we found great singers. But then came the year of pause, and one Maria got pregnant. So she got a child now, a baby now in June, and she couldn't do the production. I had to remake auditions, find new singers, but I found great. We have two casts, Tony and Maria, two casts, and all four of them are perfect for the roles, and a great joy to see them on stage. They're great singers, great performers, great with dialogues. We have the dialogues in German and singing in English, so it's quite challenging, but I'm very happy with all the casts, all roles, the Anita, the Riff, the Bernardo, anybody's. Great joy to have a young girl who just finished school in Vienna, and a young Swiss girl, and she's doing somewhere singing on the wall up there, and it's the tears come out of my eyes when I listen to her. And all roles, we have really 50 performers on stage. Perfect. Everybody's perfect for this production.
and it's really seldom that I can say this, because you always have, this could be better, but here I'm so satisfied. And during the rehearsals, we had the feeling that the young people are so happy to be able to perform again. They are, after this long time of sitting at home and doing nothing, they are so happy to be here, and it's a great joy, and hopefully the run will be great. 16 performances, and we look very much forward to this.
It's incredible, and I'm looking forward now to find my seat, find my place, and wait for the performance to start. And last but not least, let's talk about the two more important figures of the evening, the director and the conductor.
Also, the leading team is great. This was the first thing I looked for, was the stage director and the conductor. The conductor was another one scheduled for last year. He couldn't come back this year because he had other dates and other concerts around the world. But I found Guido Mancusi, who did already 4 years ago, the Gräfin Maritza here. He knows Mörbisch very much. He knows which is what is very important. He knows the acoustic possibilities here, because the orchestra plays in a room, in an air-conditioned room up there, and the sound is transmitted on stage. And sometimes it's a little tricky to find the good tempo and the acoustic possibilities, but he knows this, and he has so much. Every conductor has joy to conduct West Side Story, because it's such a great piece, and the orchestration is so perfect. Yeah, and Werner Sobotka, who is the stage director. And he's a great worker, very, very polite, always very polite to the cast, but a hard worker. And he knows very much the world of the musical. He did a lot of musicals, and he knows how to work with young people. And I don't want to forget our choreographer, which is even maybe more important than the stage director. It is Jonathan Huor. He is a great Swiss guy, half from Cambodia, half Swiss, and his dances, I think this is even the crown on everything. The dances will be really breathtaking, and also he is a great worker, very strict, very professional, but always very nice, very gentle, very humble. For me, this is very important, to work with people. You must be polite, you must be always on one level with the eyes, we say. And no, I can only be very happy with this period of rehearsing. And now we look forward to the performances, and we wait for the people and the reaction of the people, which is also very important to know how it works in front of people.
I'm sure it will be great, because I can see and I can feel that it's going to be a spectacular evening. And this is the biggest event maybe of Austria. Why not Europe and the whole world? It's something that everyone should find the chance and visit Mörbisch Festspiele. Thank you very much for your time.
You're very welcome. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Even more pleasure for me being here. I wish you success tonight and for the rest of the performances.